when did you decide you wanted to become a lawyer?
Well, I decided I wanted to become a lawyer early on. My father was a lawyer. I have his brother, my uncle, was also a lawyer. And they certainly inspired me. And I recognized the importance of hard work and just observing them in their careers. And I decided that that was something that I wanted to do. So I pursued it at a very early age. And I did essentially something that my grandmother told me was very important. I had a good steady work ethic. That is, I would go out. I always liked to play baseball, football, and basketball, but I would come in the evenings and I would do something that my grandmother often referred to as I would study my lesson. So I played hard in the afternoon, but I studied very hard in the evening.
That sounds like some good advice for our young viewers.
Certainly it is. If they intend to become successful, you've got to understand that you've got to work hard in order to be successful. I often give the analogy of the tortoise and the hare. People might be smarter, they might be quicker to learn than you are. But like the tortoise, you just have to take one step and keep on working until you get to your goal. And that's essentially what I've done. I've always worked very hard in order to accomplish or achieve my goal.
There's a lot to be said for perseverance.
No question about it.
Now, how long have you been a lawyer?
In fact, I've been a lawyer for 38 long years.
That's very impressive.
Yes, during that 38-year period, I practiced 25 years before I was appointed to the Circuit Court of Cook County.
What year were you appointed? Excuse me.
In 1999, I was appointed by the Supreme Court. And then in 2004, after serving just 4 years on the Circuit Court, I was appointed to the Illinois Appellate Court. And I've served on the Illinois Appellate Court for 8 years. So I've spent 12 years as a judge in Cook County.
And 25 years as a practicing attorney.
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about your law practice.
During the time that I was practicing law, I began my legal career as a law clerk for Justice Glenn T. Johnson. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I was the first African American man to ever clerk for a justice on the Illinois Appellate Court, First District. After clerking for Justice Johnson for 2 years, I then entered the private practice of law. And I'd say that a large percentage of my practice was appellate law. So I've always considered myself to be an appellate lawyer. During the 25 years that I practiced law, I handled over 52 cases in the Illinois Appellate Court. Approximately 25 of those cases were argued and are reported decisions.